On this week's episode of What the Lehecka, we're talking about tides and tidal flooding. And living in a coastal area, we are all too familiar with that. But why does it happen? It doesn't necessarily have to do with the amount of rain that we receive because of storms. Over the past couple of weeks, we've seen several inches of rain. But it mainly happens because of the direction of the wind, but also the gravity between Earth and the moon. So we have two tides every day because of the rotating Earth. So here's a diagram to kind of show you exactly how this happens. Here's the moon, and it's exerting a gravitational force on the Earth. And you can see when the Earth is either the closest or the farthest away from the moon, that's when we have high tide. But in between that, that's when we go back down into low tide. So this happens every day because of the gravitational pull between them. And the high tide and low tide doesn't necessarily have to do with how much rain we have received, but we also see some tidal flooding sometimes because of the direction of the wind. So that's why this happens across coastal communities. Now, if you have any questions about weird weather phenomenons in your area, make sure you send them our way on Facebook or Twitter, and we'll answer them on next week's episode of What the Lehecka.